Hello and welcome to FedScoop TV. We're here at the Public Sector Innovation Summit, and we're here with Chris Oliver, the Director of Sales at Intelligent Decisions. Chris, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Jake. Thanks for having me.
Happy to have you. So Chris, what government initiatives are you seeing that are driving innovation within federal agencies, and how are you supporting that innovation?
I think when you talk about innovation in the tech space, most people talk about technology platforms or product sets that drive innovation. In the federal IT space, I think it has less to do with technology and more to do with the policies that drive technology. If you look at the private sector, the technologies are there to bring innovation into the Fed space. A lot of times the policies the Fed have are prohibitive to that. So I think some of the initiatives that we're seeing around policy enforcement and enhancement, quite frankly, is what they're doing with FITARA. FITARA is driving a lot of new policy and initiatives that are driving innovation, allowing IT managers and CIOs to do their jobs more efficiently. So from a FITARA perspective, we're really helping around three of their core pillars: data center consolidation, the Federal Strategic Supply Initiative, and software purchase programs, government software purchase programs.
That's great. And kind of alluding to what you just talked about, what advice would you give government agencies to speed up that process of innovation, and how would you help them do it?
I think when you look at government innovation and IT innovation, again, I'm going to take it off of the technology platform and back to the policy. Government procurement policies and acquisition is really a roadblock to innovation. When you look at how the private sector consumes IT, everything's as a service today. So when we're having conversations with government customers about IT innovation, it always comes back to an IT acquisition conversation. So if we're not having conversations on the forefront of a deal around how to do things as a service, pay per use, capital leasing, monthly billing type things, it's really hard to drive innovation. So the government IT acquisition policies need to be transformed to be in line with how the private sector is consuming IT today.
That's a great answer. And so far we've talked about data center consolidation, we've talked about acquisition, but what areas would you say are the most fertile for innovation in the federal government?
So I think if you look at fertile areas, there's two ways to look at technology from a fertile area perspective, technology, as well as the agencies that are fertile grounds for innovation. I always point to what we're doing with software-defined networks and even more forward than that, the Internet of Things. So if you look at the Internet of Things, I think it's really going to be able to drive innovation to those agencies that are doing service delivery to American citizens. So when I talk about service delivery, you look at the agencies that have a lot of forward staff members in the field, whether it's Postal or VA or USDA, that are delivering services to citizens, and they have a lot of field staff members. So I think the Internet of Things is really going to drive and innovate in those areas. So specifically, it's in the agencies that are doing service delivery.
That's great. Well, we're excited to see what the Internet of Things brings to the federal government, and thanks for being here with us.
We are. Thanks, Jake. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. This has been FedScoop TV at the Public Sector Innovation Summit. Thanks for watching.